Hello everyone, it's Kathy with Paper Phenomenon. I'm here to share a new project. This is Life Report, guys. This was the first one I shared with you all, the Life Report, and I'll show you all how it opens. But I told you all that I was going to make a 6 by 6 version. So here it is, guys. I made a smaller version, and I'm showing you this one to be sure that we're all on the same page. All right, so this is Life Report 2. Now I want to clarify something. When I said that I was going to make a 6 by 6 version, the pages, all right, are more 6 by 6 friendly to the 6 by 6 pad. All right, if you're making this project and you're making the storage box and obviously the album cover, you need to use the 12 by 12 pad, all right, or 12, a couple of sheets from the 12 by 12 collection, all right, in that size, because the cover is bigger and the storage box is larger. All right, guys, so here's the storage box. So when I say 6 by 6, that means the insides are more 6 by 6 friendly. Your pictures will fit there. 4 by 6 photographs will fit inside. All right, so let's just be clear. This is Life Report 2, the smaller version of that first one that I showed you, and it's you can use a 6 by 6 pad, but for the inside. If you're going to make the storage box, obviously the cover, you're going to make the album cover, you need larger paper. And I recommend the 12 by 12. I didn't use 8 by 8 at all. So my recommendation to you all is 12 by 12. Once again, the hardware used on this project, you can find it in my shop. All right, and here it is. I have this in two finishes, in silver and in this antique color right here. This is more vintage friendly if you're going to use a more vintage style. The paper collection, I don't think it needs an introduction, but just in case for those of you who don't know, this is Graphic 45 ABC Primer. Graphic 45 re-released what they're calling collector's edition, some of their collections. All right, this is one of them, so you should be able to find it. For those of you who got my kit, this is for you guys so you can decorate your project. For those of you who picked up the tutorial and you're picking up these papers on your own, well, here's some decorating ideas for you. So these are called the Deluxe Collector's Edition. It comes with chipboard pieces and then the 12 by 12 paper collection. I don't know if they do a 6 by 6 in the collector's edition, so that is on you guys. But for this, for you guys to find out. But for this project, I used one 12 by 12 pad, that collector's edition. All right. And a few other things that were in my kit that is sold out already, guys. I no longer have that available. All right. And a lot of you ask, I always miss out on the kit. It's because you're not on my blog. You got to go to my blog, and I always put things for sale up there. So subscribe to my blog, check it out, and you won't miss anything. If you don't want to buy anything, you just won't miss anything anyway. All right. So you definitely want to go over there and check it out. So this opens up like a mini album. All right, just like a mini album, but when it's completely undone, all right, let me move this out of the way. This is what you get. All right, you get this like map of memories, this gorgeous fold out that gives you a different perspective, a different way to look at your photographs. You can treat this in sections. Say if you're a traveler, you can have so many trips just in this one book. You can do a baby version. Here is just a 9-month span. School, whatever you want, you name it, you can do on here. You can treat it however you want, with whatever theme you want. This has multiple page designs, and I'll take you through it. Very similar to the larger version, guys. There's a few differences here. Obviously, size is the biggest difference. When I opened up the other one, it took up my entire workspace here. As you can see, my workspace over here is about 22 by 28, and it's much smaller than that. So this is the project uh, in the open view, all right? And you can flip this around however you want to view it, all right? You don't have to, have it in the completely open position. As you can see, this is all you need to look at this. All right, you don't have to have a super duper large workspace. If you're putting this on a coffee table, Oh my God, what a conversation piece. Just totally fabulous. So let me take you through it, guys. All right. You can close this in several ways. And as I showed you before, you can do this way, roll it like, kind of roll it up, or you can do this accordion fold like this. Either way, it works. It's completely fantastic. Another unique project to Paper Phenomenon, guys. I hope you love it. I do. A lot of you do. So I will link tutorial options for you all below. All right, you can get the tutorial only or the video and tutorial combo. If you're more of a visual learner and you need that video for the walkthrough on the assembly, you want to get the video and tutorial combo. All right, so for in terms of page designs, I can't remember 4 or 5 page designs, but the beauty about my projects, guys, is that I give you options. And when I say options, I mean in terms of decorating, showing off the pretty paper, and pictures. I show you where your pictures are going to go. I take the guesswork out for you. You don't have to think about covering up pretty paper, etc., etc. Now, another thing to note, very important thing to note about this project is flat embellishments all the way. All right, you can't put like poofy flowers on here or really thick three-dimensional flowers or three-dimensional items. Everything has to be flat, otherwise it's not going to work. All right, it won't work. You can possibly fold it, but it's going to warp your pages. So when you undo it, this will probably be warped like this to accommodate the bump of whatever it is you put in there. So let's think about that and let's consider flat embellishments. All right, guys. So the way this works is each section has its own page design. This Graphic 45 paper is absolutely gorgeous. Graphic 45 paper always has really beautiful images on it. Some people like to cut it out. I'm not a big detail cut kind of person to sit there and cut images out. I gotta like love it in order to do that. So I kind of treat the paper my way and I cut into the designs and I make little inserts, insertable areas. I do this a lot. So for here, I needed this entire piece here and I wasn't going to cover that up with a photo mat. So I cut where I feel is the perfect place to cut, and it's right here, guys, and there's your photo mat placement. You don't have to do that. You can leave it like this and it's beautiful on its own. But if you need, see, like for instance, there's that. Who wants to put a photo mat over that? Nobody. But right here is a perfect opportunity to make a little slit, and that is where you uh, make your insertion. All right. The reason why we can do this is because right here, let me show you, because I give you plenty of room for pictures. All right. Here's a pocket insertion point, a pocket right here. So an opportunity for some interaction and photos. And the reason why we can do that is because look at all of the pictures you can get on here. All right. Oh, I forgot to mat something. I have plenty of paper to do that. What's new, right? Look at 4 by 6, guys. 4 by 6 photos. All right, right there on its own. If you have one of those landscape photos that you just want to crop, then you can do a little bit of design, a little bit of decorating here, and then put your photo on this side, and that makes it super cute. Here, to keep things nice and tidy, I added this gatefold here. All right, this, if you notice, it overlaps. Okay, the reason it's designed to, the reason why I cut it so that it overlaps, so when you add photos in here, it's gonna it's going to kind of bow out, right? So it's then you create kind of like a new score line, and it'll still be that gatefold style. It won't split all the way in half. All right, hopefully that made sense. I kind of confused myself, but that's the reason why it's oversized, is to accommodate the stuff in here. So strictly for photos, guys. All right, if you have a smaller photo, you can do it up like this if you want to. Just be careful that you don't over embellish in a project like this. So check out all of the space you have for photos here in this one little section alone. So you have this cascading photo mats. This photo mat opens up like this. A lot of you will recognize this from my Photofolios series, where I didn't do the cascade on the base of the page. You can flip that down and it just adds to the real estate. All right, gives you more real estate to work with, more opportunities for photos or opportunities for paper. And I love this right here. You don't have to cover this up, But if you so happen to need one more picture space, all you have to do is pop them in there. All right, there's photo mats that closes up like this. Boom and boom. And here everything folds up and done. All right, that's what that looks like. Here, this is again that side loading pocket that I initially showed you all when I opened the album. Okay, now for this middle section here, just photo mats, portrait style. Okay, you can decorate these 4x6 spaces, or you can just slap that photo on there. It all depends what your needs are. Once again, pretty paper, and then a strategically cut area for an insertion point. All right, just to give you that interaction. You don't have to do that. You could just stick this image on there, and that's enough. All right, but if you need that interaction, go for it. Okay. Now over here, just a few embellishments, small photo over here, okay? And then photo, 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 photo. All right, these are left plain. This black piece of paper represents your photo, guys, all right? I do not recommend, I left these blank so you can see that it works, okay? I do not recommend, if you're giving this as a gift, that you mat everything like this so then the individual can go ahead and put their photos on it. It's not going to work. Your book is going to be way too chunky. This is meant for you to take the photo and put it on there, not mat and then add a photo. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. If you want to mat the first one so everything looks really pretty in terms of presentation, absolutely. But please do not mat on top of this photo mat, all right, in every single space. Notice that I didn't do that, okay? And you want to consider that always with any project, all right? Not just this one, not just my projects, with any project. Here we got a photo mat and then a little insertion point right here, an additional photo just to keep it playful, all right? You don't want everything the same size. And this is an accordion that opens up like so to just display more photos, flip, flip, photo, photo, and large area for some more photos and a small insertion point right here. All right, just highlighting some of the really pretty images of the paper. This is a larger space, perfect for a 4x6 landscape or portrait. If you do the portrait style, it's a great opportunity for decorating. If you do a landscape photo, yet again, a more opportunity for decorating. All right. So that's how that, you can close that like that if you want, or like this, or like this, however you want to treat that. All right. So that's that top tier. And then for the middle section right here, let's see, am I repeat this and this, these are the same. All right. But they look different because they're decorated different. All right. Here we've got an insertion point. All right, not everything has to be a photo mat, photo mat, photo mat, a little decorative strip right here. And if I close that this way, see, I can accommodate that in the open view. All right, great space for scrapbooking or a layout. All right, or scrapbooking a layout, if that even makes sense. Alrighty, and then here, that's this right here, and I'll show you what this looks like. Here, a little strip for an insertion point, just a few little fun pieces, which keeps the project interesting. Photo mat. See how I did one photo mat here? So the recipient gets the picture, no pun intended. All right, so they know what to do with these spaces. So you go ahead and you put that photo mat there, and then you don't do that here. Okay, that's just for photos, back and forth, the front and the back. And then here, just a beautiful image. That's it. You don't need anything else. Okay. And then here is a pocket for interaction. All right. And that closes up like so. And again, I'm just closing all of this up so you guys can, and don't do that. Don't try to close things like that. Obviously, that didn't work out. Here is a little different element. I added this little flap, and it's to keep things tidy. If you don't want to use magnets and you don't want to use certain things and you want to use paper clips, I want to be sure that you guys can do that. All right, so this opens up like so. Oh, I knew I forgot something. I did it somewhere else though, but here we go. I have plenty of paper, but this is going to be strictly photo mats, guys. That's all it's going to be. Place photo here, place photo here, place photo here. But I'll show you another example. All right. So this is what you get here. I knew I finished this too fast, right? And then you have this portrait arrangement right here where you can tuck things on all four sides if you want to. Okay, but that's how, this is what you get. And I'm going to show you what this looks like decorated. Okay, and I'm going to decorate it exactly the same way I did the other one, just different papers. And then see this pocket here? It's functional in terms that it keeps the closure in place. All right, see that? It just totally works. And I should have not done that. Should have moved things like that around. What's wrong with me? All right, so here, down here is the same page. Let me show you. See, this is the same page over here. So let me move that up, and I have to do this for camera purposes, so forgive me. All right, so here, same thing over there. Remember, I didn't have any pattern paper on it. Here's what it looks like when you decorate it completely. So here's some ideas. So here's your pocket, right? Here's a little chipboard piece. The chipboard pieces, if you're going to use chipboard, I recommend that you lower the profile. I've showed you this in a couple of other videos. You want to just peel a few layers off of the chipboard and then use as thin as possible. Okay, and I did that here. Now I'm going to tell you this Graphic 45 chipboard is pressed really well. So I cut myself trying to split it apart. So make sure you work on your desk and you're not like working here on your hands, because you may cut yourself with your craft knife. I'm telling you this because I did it. All right, so be careful. It's just really good quality chipboard. That's all it is. It's pressed so well that you can't really peel the layers apart. There's some pieces of chipboard that they're still good quality. There's nothing wrong with them, but you can go ahead and just kind of peel it really easily with your hands. You don't need a tool. All right, I don't know where I did this one that I said I decorated it. Oh yeah, here it is. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Here it is. This is what it looks like when it's completely decorated. All right. You can do 4x6s if you want. You can do small 3x4. See here, I have two 3x4 spaces here. Here I got the 4x6. Here I got two wallet sizes and a 3x4. And what I did here was picture and a little insertion point right here. 4x6, and then just a little fun with the Polaroid frame. Tuck that photo right behind, and here just a photo right here and this decorative element. I knew I finished this too quick. I thought I did. So I still have that backside to do along with that one. But again, I'm doing this exactly. All right, and all you need is little pieces of scrap paper. You don't need full sheets of paper. So these you can do at the very end. All right, and you just take your pieces of scrap paper and you work it out. But how wonderful is this layout here, guys? Great way to view your photos. You get like the big picture, if you will. Just really dynamite. Love this project. All right, guys. So there it is. Here's this section completely decorated. All right, covered in pattern paper, if you will. And then here, room for uh, portrait size photos. You can put landscape on here, but you would have to crop it to like a 4x4. All right, so that's the way you would do that if you have a landscape photo. All right, and again, see, I did some photo mats and then no photo mats. Here, I put too many photo mats. I don't recommend this. All right, but that's because I'm showing it to you guys. All right, and then some little strips of paper for some insertion points. All good, guys, all good. And then this last area over here, all right, see if I can show it like this. No, I can't. I have to move the whole shebang in order to show it to you guys. And I have this paper behind here because it helps with the glare. So this opens up like so. Hang on there, people. All right, like this. You get that pocket. All right, and then this flip over here. Okay. That style of flip right here again for photos. Here's that gatefold, the smaller size photos, photo mats, pull down, little pocket right here. All right, and this is that gingham paper with the ABC right there, and that's from the Alpha. And then this large space for you to put some photo mats, or you can put the photo directly on there. All right, guys, let me put this back to the original position. And you don't need magnets for this because this keeps it nice and tidy. All right, so you don't need magnets or a paper clip for that. Okay, that keeps it. Oh my goodness, where's this paper clip at? Here we go. Here's the culprit right here that's making everything go haywire. Let me get this out of here. You may get a little glare now, but it's very difficult to manage this with that paper behind there. So notice here, all right, you don't need anything to hold that down because this will hold it down for you. These large, heavier types of flaps will hold all of the smaller things down. All right, so that's the way that that works out. Here, with this little type of belt, you definitely need a paper clip or a magnet if you want, but I'm loving these oversized paper clips by American Crafts. All right, so let me show you this section again because that was just a mess when I showed you that before because I had that paper back there. So here's what I did. This is the pocket, and I pieced a piece of this blue gingham paper here with the stamp paper, and then a little strip of that alpha up here, and then photo, all right, photo mats, both in these two places here. All right, and then here, all photo mats. Okay, place photo here. Notice I have none of the black photo mats. And then we've got that. And on the back side of that is this right here, guys. So here I just glued the paper down in a U formation, and then I added a strip and then that ABC there. Okay, and put it all the way flat down, and then you have a little 3x4 photo mat, and that's from the sticker sheet that comes with the paper collection. And I see you can't see that, but there it is. It says education. Okay, and that's all. That's all I have for you guys. Okay, and that closes up like so. Just a really wonderful project. Now you have to be sure that all of the areas are closed completely before you decide to fold it up. All right, so everything has to be in its place before you fold it. And then this side goes like this. Okay, and then this side goes like this. Look how stuffed this is. You close that over like a mini album. And this is what it looks like in the completely closed position. Now the beauty about this project is that it has its own storage box, so you don't have to worry about where you're going to put this. You get the box, you make the box, and you put the album in its storage box, and you're good to go. Really well made project, guys. If you have made my projects before, you know this is a goodie. You're going to love it. All right, and that's what it looks like on the sides and the back. All right, this is Kathy with Paper Phenomenon, and until next time, check out the links down below for your purchase options. I can't wait to see what you do with this one. Bye-bye.